This is Whispering Whim. Today I'm going to do a quick little Phineas and Ferb drawing. I took my pen and kind of just sketched it out ahead of time. Just because I think the quiet of the apartment won't last very long, so might be a quick video today. I chose Phineas and Ferb because I've been watching a lot of it on Netflix. I've always kind of enjoyed the show. And it's a nice, easygoing kind of a thing to watch. Plus, I just love cartoons in all their forms. But I think this one in particular, has a really good, positive vibe to it. And I like that it's kind of uplifting, honestly. I apologize for my neighbors. I tried to, do other things first before the video to give them a chance to settle down, but it seems like it's their day to move around, which is fine. They're not actually that bad today, but I know that any noise is still a noise that you guys can hear, so I prefer that it didn't have to happen that way. I do want to say that if there's a particular cartoon that anybody wants to see me kind of draw here, I don't really, mind taking suggestions. And I'll do just about any style since I kind of cheat and look them up ahead of time anyways. So I did also get some colored Sharpies. That's a really bad hand, even though I had some guidelines. Oh well. But anyways, I got some colored Sharpies to kind of fill in some of the details with. They're not exactly perfect colors, and I know I could have gone with markers, but the back to school sales that have been going on featured a lot of Sharpies, and I was like, well, why not? It's relatively inexpensive, and I wear them out pretty fast, so. Other than that, I did try to do a little research on the characters before the recording today. Because I usually end up rambling about my personal life a lot. And even though I watch the show, it's always good to sort of know more than my basic knowledge. But it wasn't a very memorable Wikipedia page. So the only thing I can really say from my research is that the music in the show, it has been nominated for 4 Emmys, which I thought was kind of interesting, so I remembered that detail. Beyond that, it was just really basic information, Started in 2008, went to about 2014, I want to say. So it's not really a recent cartoon, but certainly a bit more recent than some of my favorites that I like to draw, like Phineas and Ferb, which came out, I think, in the 90s. Could be wrong about that. Maybe I should have researched that as well. Live and learn, right? say that my birthday's coming up in October, and I plan on asking for a camera for my birthday. So hopefully very soon we can get some better images. But in the meantime, I think that the Sharpie doesn't do too bad of a job, right? At least it shows up on the camera. For those who don't watch the show, Phineas and Ferb are brothers. Technically, they're stepbrothers. And they've decided that they're going to make every day of their summer vacation count, which is a pretty noble goal. They make all sorts of crazy contraptions. And their older sister is always trying to get them in trouble for it because she sees them as dangerous. But whenever she goes to show her mom, they disappear, usually because of whatever's happening in the side plot. More on that in a second. But the inventions disappear, so I think she keeps trying to get them in trouble more on principle than anything else. Her brothers are really nice guys. And my favorite part is that they're so upbeat. They're really positive. I feel like we could all use some more positive sensations in our life. So I think that's why I've been watching it. But the side plots that I was talking about, the quote-unquote B plots, involve a platypus. Those who watch the show, are probably like, yeah, duh. But for anyone who doesn't watch the show, it's sort of funny because you start to expect the inventions to disappear in a predictable sort of manner, and they'll go through and they'll do something different every once in a while, kind of. You expect if the evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz has a deflatinator, that maybe the boys will build a air balloon and they'll just deflate it, but somehow it deflates a blimp instead, and that blimp crashes into their balloon, or I'm not quoting an exact episode on that, I'm just sort of giving you an example of what happens. So, all around, it's a cute little show. Kinda messed up his stripes already. He's supposed to have a bigger stripe at the bottom here. I didn't space these right. That is okay. It'll give you the right idea at least, right? I have colored pencils as well, but I have a hard time with this particular camera getting them to show up, in any meaningful way. So, plus, I kind of like the noise of the Sharpie. that's not like self-deprecating. I do have a mildly interesting career in that I cook pastry, but beyond that, everything I do is kind of standard. And, but on top of that, I don't feel like if you're trying to relax, you really want to hear about my drama, Like, this is supposed to be a nice, pleasant, relaxing distraction. Not, hey, let's complain about what's going on in Whispering Wim's life. Nothing really wrong with doing that either, if that was the route I wanted to take. I'm sure there would be an audience for that as well. But I like to think that my current audience is here. A, for the noises, of course, the ASMR, relaxing, peaceful kind of video. But B, I do hope that, the drawings I do are interesting enough to warrant watching. It's really funny. I do two types of videos right now. I do various drawing videos, right? And I do the unboxing videos. And the unboxing videos sort of get a few more looks, a few more views than the drawing ones do. But the drawing videos are the ones that my audience, you guys, actually comment on. And I think I get most of my subscribers from it. So it's very interesting to me that it's so different, depending on what you want to define success by. The two types of videos would have different success ratings. I mean, I only average like maybe 30 views anyway, so it's not like it's a huge difference, but for me personally, audience interaction is, important. I went to school for art, not really cartooning, more printmaking and digital art and stuff like that, but the biggest thing I think they taught me in school is that sometimes, because modern art definitely makes a lot of people just shake their heads and go, that's not art, right? But what we're taught is that eliciting a reaction, sometimes even a negative reaction, is how you define what's art or not. So if people are sitting there shaking their heads at this modern art installation, and they go, well, I just don't understand it, that's still causing a conversation, right? Maybe not the most positive conversation, because at that point it's like, do I want to validate this artist or not? But the funny thing is that by even thinking about it, by commenting, you are participating in making that thing, whatever it is, a sculpture or a found object or whatever, into art. A lot of people mistake that for, making it too easy, right? Anything can become art, but it's all about context. You could make 1,000 drawings, and if no single person looks at it, well then it might be a really great hobby, but it's not really, at least per my education, it's not really the same thing as being an artist. You can make art for yourself, but if it's not saying something, if people aren't reacting to it, has all sorts of, it's basically everything that people hate about modern art, honestly. Really wishy-washy, like, you know, BS kind of descriptions for these things. And it's, I don't know how I feel about it some days, because that's where my education lies. I feel like it's valid. And then there's other days where I sort of agree with the people around me, because, like, my boyfriend will see a modern art piece and just be like, you know, I don't understand it. And he shakes his head and he just moves on instead of, you know, accepting the sort of odd description that the artist puts out. He also kind of has a thing against, pretentious language, right? So, I can definitely understand that. Now that the noise from upstairs isn't too bad, so let's go ahead and we'll do one more quick little drawing. Maybe. There we go. I found this image of Perry as a kid, platypus, and I thought it was pretty adorable, so let's just give that a quick little go. I didn't pre-draw this one, so I'm gonna have to work from scratch here. One thing I'm noticing about the color Sharpie is that it bleeds through pretty bad. So poor Perry's gonna have some odd colors, some odd speckles of color kind of floating around in the background there. That's alright. I hate to waste paper, especially because, you know, this is actually pretty decent. You know, it's not the highest end, but it's decent quality drawing paper. I can draw on copy paper, you know, just pull it out of the fax machine or whatever, but I just really enjoy the tactile difference of working on a nice surface that's sort of intended for this thing. One interesting little thing, so I've been watching lots of Phineas and Ferb, right? And this platypus, Perry, is definitely a pretty significant character. And he makes a little noise. Can't really replicate it. It's sort of like a click growl kind of a noise, right? And since my boyfriend was there, he's like, I don't really recognize that noise. Is that what platypuses make? Like, is the show accurate? And I had no idea. I didn't even think to question it, right? So we went ahead and we Googled it. And you know, more or less, that noise that Barry makes, the little clicking growl, I don't know how to replicate. He actually does, you know, a platypus does something very similar. And we were both kind of surprised that, you know, this kid's cartoon had that level of accuracy. To be honest, I was much less surprised than he was, though. I think that as a show, Phineas and Ferb does its cartooning parentage justice. You know, it teaches kids things, and it's fun, and but it doesn't try to dumb anything down too much. You know, there's obviously going to be a little bit of dumbing down, but they'll still use bigger words episode devoted to that. Phineas and Ferb made a song where they were like, don't forget that, that little bit at the end of your shoe is called an aglet. And of course, because it's a standard plot device, everyone did forget in the end, but it was still cute and informative, so can't really complain too much. I can't complain about how awkward I made those eyes, though. This one's not quite round enough. I'm gonna kind of pretend that it's rounder than it is when I sharpie it in here. Nice and careful. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Big old eyes. Now this is the kid version. Normally Barry doesn't have quite so large eyes. But I was kind of drawn to it because my boyfriend really loves cutesy things that don't speak. And Barry doesn't speak. And in this case he looks cutesy, so it's a win-win. It's funny when you start spending more and more time with someone, how their interests and opinions sort of start affecting the oddest things, Like, I guess who doesn't like cute things, but I've never been so drawn to them until I hung out with him. I like tiny things, that's my big deal. He likes the big baby eyes, the chippy eyes, right? But the kind of cute that I'm drawn to is like small. So if you give me a hamburger that's like this big, I'll be like, oh, that's cute. Sometimes I'll buy something that's miniature size just for the sake of it being small, when really it was very cost-effective route to get something, right? But now, more and more, I respond to things that are adorable in this way as well. So we all kind of evolve as people, but the more you kind of allow and see if that gives me the sort of color that I'm hoping for. Probably not, but it's an excuse to color it in twice and spend a little more time with you guys. I mean, I could always draw another, character. But some days it's easier than others to draw. And it took me like 2 days of starting and then walking away to get this video done. Like this particular video, I'm doing in one shot, so I'm not stopping it. But it's more like I knew I was going to do a Phineas and Ferb video, and I, got out my camera and I started going and just decided I wasn't in the mood and I'd walk away. And then when I have little setbacks, like the neighbors doing their laundry, I was like, well, that's a good excuse to walk away. So, at least for me personally, being able to do art is very dependent on my mood. One of these days I'm just going to do a video where I color in one of those adult coloring books and call it good. Because I can still ramble. I can still make little scratchy noises, right? But at least in that case, I don't have to plan out what I'm drawing. I'll just fill in. I don't know, is that too much cheating? I've definitely seen plenty of YouTubers who just color, but usually I think if you establish yourself as an artistic type person, the expectation is that you'll, do more than just fill in the blanks. Maybe that's my imagination, but... So, I've got some blue down from the pen, and I actually almost feel like I should leave it with just the pen, but I'm still curious to see what happens when I add the Sharpie on top. It probably will just overpower the pen and make everything green, but it's good to know. Yeah, it's so dark. But as long as I keep the lines kind of spaced out, it almost replicates a teal color. I just can't make it solid. Pretty sure if I make it solid, all you'll see is the green. It was a worthwhile experiment, at least. Definitely not going to turn out the way I was hoping for. Kind of just makes everything look a little muddy. I think when it comes to cartoons, because they're so graphical, and I say graphical not as in mature, but graphical as in, here are lines and shapes and filled in with color. Because of the simplicity of their design, when you have a lot of shading or, in this case, cross-hatching